Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I'm going to all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, a double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the whole for 144,000 and the one-third man and children that ordered this is Shemar Allah with the Great Millstone chapter out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, and so I want to go into something that I seen the other day, and a brother did inform me that Jimmy Butler was trolling, but this culture has been pushed. It's being pushed heavy in Jake communities. This whole emo culture, and you further go into it, it's really demonic as always. I mean, if anything that you're doing outside of living, if you're Israelite and you're living in the ways of the world in this society and taking upon the image of this world and the demonic ways of this world, you're living abstract to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the things that He has set for us. Okay, first, before I grab any scriptures, um, let's go into this article that I seen, and what's happening is you see it in the rap culture, you see it in NBA players such as Jimmy Butler and what he had did, and no matter if he's trolling or not, it's still being that vibration is being pushed upon Jake, and as far as our communities because most of our children and people look up to athletes and rap stars, and so and Esau knows that, so that's the reason why he's pushing this deaf culture uh, through his heavy influencers. It says the signs of the times: how Generation Z turned rap emo. Is that today young people are faced with a daunting set of emotional realities, and that's what emo goes into is emotional. The brother has sent me information about the emotional. Some of the definition is uh, to and fro. Matter of fact, uh, and I know his description is being tossed to and fro. You know, it says emotions are mental states brought on by neural sociological changes variously associated with thoughts, feelings, behavioral responses, and a degree of pleasure and displeasure. There is no scientific conscience on the definition. Emotions are often intertwined with mood, temperament, personality, disposition, or creativity. Emotional, relating to person's emotions. Emotional. It says uh, spiritual, inner, psychic, psychology, psychological of the heart, in which we understand the heart is the mind, and it says the mind I'm going to grab it. The heart is desperately wicked. Hold on, let me see this. Salaki, I almost butchered it. Let me go back. This is Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? And when you talk about the heart, we're talking about the mind. And so being in an emotional state, um, it puts you into uh, that mind frame. You're not even aware. You're carnally minded. You're going off of emotion, off the carnal things of the world, and then you're in an emotional depressed state. Um, you know, we're taught to have stoicism, meaning that we're not being driven by our emotions. You know, as the brother had mentioned earlier about being tossed to and fro. I'm sorry, Salaki. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the precept that Okay, unstable mind, unstable man. Because in essence, this is what a double minded. So like a double minded man. Okay. All right. Let's grab it. Because these people are double minded in their essence as how they think, how they go about things. They're emotional. Everything is, they're tossed to and fro. Their minds is just all over the place. It says this is James 1:8. It says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and so a person who is emotional is unstable. The way they think, the way they operate is unstable. That's the reason why a lot of them do what? They self-medicate. And if you think about it, I forget what artist this is in the middle right here. Matter of fact, you got Lil Uzi Vert, and I think the guy in the middle was an artist out of Chicago who ended up dying off of overdose. Uh, you got other artists. What I'm seeing in here are like Trippy Red. Like so, these guys and these are considered like the Generation Z uh, uh, children. So and they're being put on on a big platform, and if you think about it, like a lot of their music is very depressing and you know negative, it's dark, and this is the vibration that Esau wants Jake to be in, a depressed, down, dark state. You know, all right. So I'm gonna go and get into it. Let's grab Romans. Bear with me. I don't know why this is moving so slow. Romans 12 and 2. This is Romans 12 and 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. And so the Lord is saying, don't be conformed to this world. This world is what? This world pushes death culture. It pushes emotional mindset. It pushes a man to act effeminate. And matter of fact, I'm gonna grab that as well. I believe I had it. Hold on a second. Here we go. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? And to be a part of this world and be a part of this death culture, to be a part of Esau's agenda, you're you're living and acting like the heathen and the unrighteous. It says, but be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate. And if you go into that word effeminate, it says, having feminine qualities, untypical of a man, not manly in appearance or matter, marked by an unbecoming delicacy or over refinement. Now, you go into the emo culture. You go into the emo culture. I believe it has spoke on it. Where we at? Matter of fact, was the definition. Hold on. Salakia. So this is the emo. This is the emo culture. It says tight pants, long bangs. As you can see, the hairstyle. You know, effeminate in nature, dark. Look how they're looking. Very soft and feminine. It says bad shirts, solitudes, and extreme sadness. These are this. It's like an emotional woman. You know how these women are. Very emotional. It says these and other stereotypes, some of them hurtful, all hallmarks of the emo lifestyle. The emo subculture rose in the years between the mid 1980s and the 2010s, following bands that were categorized into the emo music genre. Uh, I'm gonna grab Jimmy Butler emo so you can see what we're talking about. So this is a Jake who, you know, at one point you looked at him as being very manly, and then all of a sudden he comes out like this. Now I know that he had been saying he was trolling, but it's just why, And then you got Lil Uzi Vert, who's a major artist, which it's right there in the top, on the second, as far as the top of the list. But let's go to emo Jimmy uh, Butler. Look at this. Look at this. Jimmy Butler debuted a new look during an NBA media day and declared the Miami Heat will win the NBA Finals. This is this is what they do to embarrass Jake. He has eyeliner on. He has piercings. He has long hair straightened out with bangs. His fingernails are painted, and he's being very effeminate. Okay. Now you tell. Now tell. What's the purpose of this? You know, and it lets you know. Hey, let's go to some of these other pictures. And this is what we're talking about. This is what they do to you, Jakes. You see, look, that's how he looks without that bang, right? See, this is what I'm talking about. Look, this is what I'm talking about. And this is what they want you Jakes to do. Paint your fingernails, have a dark countenance about yourself. This is what they want you to. This is what they think of you Jakes. They want you to be effeminate. They want you to live a life of uh, just. They want you in that position in this world, you know. And so again, going back to that Romans, find it, Salakia. Going back to that Romans, where did it go? I'm sorry. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. I had this. I was holding this as well. This is First Corinthians 11:14 said, "Don't not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him." And so, we're not permitted to have long hair, and that's something that you can manage. Yahweh Shai died that we have that grace period, but that grace period is running out, and like the scriptures say, um, you know, in 1 Corinthians 6:9, it says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? But be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High." So this behavior, this way of life, and the way of thinking, the way of going about things is not the becoming of a man, of a righteous man, of a man, a Hebrew Israelite man, And we all know that Jimmy Butler is a Hebrew Israelite, by his spirit, by the fact that hey, he's an NBA, he's definitely a Hebrew Israelite, all right. Here, part of many athletes here in America with the abilities that he have. We are those men. We are, you know, those those giants as far as our abilities, here in this world, you know, in which they use us for what? Bread and circuses to for entertainment. And this is all more so part of the rituals they do to embarrass us and effeminize us in this world. But Lord willing, you were edified through this quick, this, I would say, observation and kind of bringing out just more decadence in this society. Scriptures do say, "Hey, this is not our rest because it's polluted. It's polluted. It will pollute you, pollute your mind, and get you to act out like Jimmy's doing, and just like all these other artists as well, and pushing that deaf culture." But until next time, and all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Radash, a double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace out to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the 1/3 men and children in order. Again, this is Shamar Yala with the Great Millstone chapter of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Until next time, Shalom.